My name is Margaret Doyle. I'm 68 years old, and last Christmas Eve I waited until midnight for my daughter Claire and my son Patrick to arrive for the holiday dinner I'd spent 3 days preparing. They never came. I decorated the tree alone, hung the stockings my late husband had sewn decades ago, and baked the ham with the clove-and-pineapple glaze they'd loved as children. I'd confirmed twice. Claire on Tuesday, "We'll be there, Mom, promise." Patrick on Wednesday, "Save me extra pie, Ma." I trusted them.
At 8 o'clock, the snow started falling. By 10, the roads were still clear enough for the 40-minute drive from the city. By midnight, I blew out the candles, boxed the food for the church shelter, and sat in the silent house listening to carols on the radio that no one else would hear. At 12:47 a.m., my phone buzzed. A photo from Claire, the two of them at a rooftop bar downtown, champagne flutes raised, captioned, "Best Christmas Eve ever." 10 minutes later, Patrick texted, "Hey Ma, got caught up. Can you Venmo me $2,800? Rent's due and Claire's car died." I stared at the glowing screen until it went dark. Then I opened my laptop and finished the reservation I'd started weeks earlier, a one-way flight to a small village in the Arizona desert where winters are gentle and no one knows my name. I sold the house in February, donated most possessions, and left each child a box of their childhood Christmas ornaments and a brief note explaining that I was no longer available as an emergency fund. The rest of my small estate now benefits a women's shelter and an old friend who once brought me soup when I was sick. I stared at the glowing screen until it went dark. Then I opened my laptop and finished the reservation I'd started weeks earlier, a one-way flight to a small village in the Arizona desert where winters are gentle and no one knows my name. I sold the house in February, donated most possessions, and left each child a box of their childhood Christmas ornaments and a brief note explaining that I was no longer available as an emergency fund. The rest of my small estate now benefits a women's shelter and an old friend who once brought me soup when I was sick. By 2 o'clock, the food was cold. By 4, I'd wrapped everything and put it away. By 7, I sat alone in the quiet house, wondering how many more birthdays I could spend like this. At 9:30, the door opened without knocking. Annette breezed in wearing a new coat, Jerome behind her carrying shopping bags. "Happy birthday, Mama," they sang off-key, then immediately launched into their real reason for coming. They needed $5,000 for a business opportunity that couldn't wait. I looked at my beautiful, selfish children and realized I was done. They didn't know I'd already booked the one-way bus ticket to a quiet mountain town in North Carolina. They didn't know I'd spent months quietly disentangling my finances, rewriting my will, and giving away everything I wouldn't need. I told them no. They left in a huff, accusing me of being dramatic. 2 months later, I sold the house, donated the proceeds above what I needed to a scholarship fund for single mothers, and left town before they realized I was serious. I now live in a small cabin with a creek in the backyard. I tend a vegetable garden, attend bluegrass jams at the community center, and celebrate my birthday every year with neighbors who show up because they want to, not because they need something. Annette and Jerome each received a single birthday card from me last year, sent from an address they'll never trace, containing one sentence. "I'm happier than I've ever been. Please don't look for me." I am Ruth now, simply Ruth, and the sound of the creek outside my window sings me to sleep every night like a lullaby I finally deserve.